So let's see how far we get. So you said something that stuck out to me. You said in your gym that you built. So you have a gym that is at home.
I do. I
Okay.
do. I am a firm believer in this might get a little too deep. The things we do alone are again the honesty piece of it, right?
Mm,
Not everybody, if you can tell everybody you work out, and if you're working out alone, it's you're only lying to yourself.
right.
So I moved from, well, there's multiple reasons why I don't go to a gym with 1,000 people in it taking pictures of themselves anymore. But I prefer that me time in the morning, 5 a.m. every day. It's where I start my day. It's where my honesty starts. It's where yes, I walk in and that's the first thing that you see.
Okay. So what you're saying is making me think of personal leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's usually where it all starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is governing yourself and being honest. You keep kind of using that word honest. Is being honest with yourself
Correct.
and putting a demand on yourself. Is that so? So in your personal dojo, right? You're in there. You're getting after it. What are some of the principles that you stand on in your personal leadership journey?
On my personal
Yeah.
leadership, it is all based off of that honesty, and I use that because if you're not honest with yourself, there's no baseline, right?
Okay.
You can say, well, I'm kind of in shape. No, you're not. If you're honest with yourself, if you go, and I even use that in business. If we talk about something, it's not, you never want to criticize in public or you only want to praise in public, but I will tell people, hey, go to that honest place that you have
Mm,
and ask yourself how you could have done something better, whether it's business, personal, whatever. And so, yes, that morning session to me is my honest space. Those four walls, it's all gray and black, and it looks all but it is all concentration, and I'm honest with myself. What do I need to work on? Where am I starting? Where am I going to finish? It's where my first win happens, my first loss happens,
mm,
but it's also a section in the day to where I don't have bad days.
mm.
I might have a bad hour or two,
Yes, sir.
but if I win at 5 a.m., I can come here and you know, not hit it maybe 1 day or 2 days or 3 days at work, but I know I still won in the morning. So I don't have bad days. I have bad hours.
Right.
Everybody has bad hours.
I agree.
But sleeping for 8, I got 8 good hours just sleeping.
Right. Right.
So, you know,
Right. That's right.
so that's where my honesty happens is first thing in the morning in that gym.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I had a mantra, win the morning. That
Mm-hmm.
was my thing because if I could win the morning, I gave myself a chance to win the day.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
that morning time, man, is like crucial.
Yeah.
We're kind of setting the stage for the rest of the day.
And if you start a relationship with that, it's hard to miss it.
It is.
Right? It's like not telling your kids good night or waking up in the morning and telling them good morning or
Right.
your significant other or whatever. It becomes part of the day, and it's if you don't have it, it's like ooh,
Right.
missed something here today.
It's a good habit structure
Right.
to form in
Right.
your life. So
Right.
good. Now, in that discipline of kind of personal fitness, right? It's one of the most difficult things to do. Is you would think it would be easy to have a good fitness and physique because we're the ones doing it. You got to take the spoon from your plate, and you're the one that puts it up to your mouth, right? So
Right.
it should be easy to manage this, but it's not, though, right?
Yeah.
And the mental aspect that comes along with it, the fundamentals that you forged there over the past 20 plus years,
Yeah.
you've been doing it,
Yeah.
which is salute to you. That's
Yeah.
outstanding.
Yeah. It's
The fundamentals that you take from there, how do you apply those in the workplace and with your teams at work?
so again. I think it's the trust piece. It's the honesty piece. You not everybody works out. You just said that, and actually, to stick with it, it's a very small portion of the people that can stick with it. And I think that's a good trait. It shows somebody has a good trait. You're committed. You're disciplined. You're doing all of that. When you come to work, it's the same thing. In management, you want to be somebody that people want to work for, not that has to work for.
Correct.
And I think that's the separation of what are things that people want to be around, who are the people that you want to be around. I heard somebody say one time, be the person that you could sit around a campfire to and talk to all night.
Right.
And if you can't talk to yourself that way, Why would anyone else want to do that?
Right.
Why would anyone want to spend 8 hours during the day to do that? So I do think it's putting yourself second and thinking that, do they want to work for you, or are they being forced to work for you?
Right.
Because it just doesn't happen the latter anymore.
Right. There was a quote back in the day that said, "People don't quit their job; they quit their bosses."
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, man, that was so true because a lot of times people they're okay with the job, but man, if their leader or their boss or their manager is not a high quality leader, then
Right.
they are running for the hills to try anything else.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than deal with that, and and culture is it sounds like you want to cultivate a positive culture with your teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
One that has honesty, one that has a level of discipline in it, but also one of growth, right?
Right. Right.
And so, like with culture, culture isn't determined, in a boardroom. It's really measured by how your team feels on a Sunday night
Mm-hmm.
when they realize, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow,
Right.
and how they feel after making that statement.
Sitting on the edge of the bed, going,
Right?
"Why am I doing
Is
this?"
it? Oh no, I gotta do it again.
Right.
Find the iron will to be able to go to work tomorrow, or is it, man, I get to go to work tomorrow and I get to work with some pretty cool people and I get to do some pretty cool things at work. That is where culture is cultivated and measured because it's hard to put it on a spreadsheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know your teams and your team members, and they love coming to work and they love working with you and for you. At least that's what they've said. And so with you, um, why is that so important to you? Because I know that it's a priority. I've seen you put others before you. I've seen you literally eat last, so to speak. Where does that come from in your heart space?
So I think it's by having both really good managers and really, really bad managers.
Okay.
And again, if I incorporate exercise and fitness into a lot of different things, and you hit it on the head. If you are doing the right things at the right pace for the right reasons, you get the right results.
Mm,
It's a good rap.
yeah,
But if
good rep.
I'm yelling, that's my style of management. I maybe, we're going this way, and then I'm going to change direction on you, but I'm not going to tell you. Or my expectations of you are just unrealistic. Or even the biggest one is, I'm going to tell you to do it while I go sit over here and watch you do it. Those are all bad
Yeah,
reps, man.
yeah,
You do not get the same outcome as you do by taking it slow and doing it the right way. And to me, I mean, we only have what I can teach some of these guys for when they go into management. They maybe use the same things that they saw me positively do. But like I said, I learned just as much from bad managers. It's like, man, I would never do that. And
yep.
then you hand in your papers and go, sorry,
Right, right,
place is not for me. Because
right,
again, these days, it's people don't have to stay in the same job for 50 years like it
right,
used to be when my parents grew up.
right.
So but people take advantage of that. And I think though the most important thing is teaching the next generation of managers to be good people. And I tell people all the time, that person behind the camera will say, all you gotta do is be cool, man.
Yeah.
Just be cool about your reaction to a bad something that's happening. Be cool to, or sympathetic to, an employee that's going through something. Just
Right.
be cool. Be a cool person.
Right.
Do a
Means the
good rep,
world
man.
to those folks to get a good rep at a time where you need it.
Right. I smile when I'm done working out. I don't walk out all mad and grimace, because I feel good about what I did. I do the same thing when I leave here every day. Sometimes not. I'm not being naive to the fact that there's bad days,
Mm.
or bad hours.
Right. Right. That's right. You have a bad hour or a bad moment.
But for the most part, you leave with a smile. Everyone else is. It's infectious, and there you go.
Right. Absolutely. And as adults, we crave that
Mm-hmm.
because there's so much, negativity and being overwhelmed. So when you do get somebody that gets it and that gets you, it means the world to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes into your personal life. Your kids are watching all the time.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Nobody told me that my kids would be watching every move I make,
Man, it's amazing.
then imitating that.
Right.
So, I can't do what I was doing before I was a father.
That's right.
But again, that plays into that whole good rep, man. I got to do good reps in front of my kids, or they're going to go out and do bad things.
You're 100% right,
So
because they're gonna mimic what you show and what you do more than what you say. Right?
absolutely,
100%.
yeah.
So let's kind of close out with this. Let's do a round of one word. I'll say a word, and you kind of tell me what that means to you.
In one word,
In one, well, you don't have to use one word. I'll throw one word out, and you kind of, what does that mean to you? Give us your best stuff. So
okay.
consistency.
Discipline.
Okay,
I will leave that one at one word.
got you.
Yeah,
Discipline.
discipline and having the passion to, and I guess the desire to be disciplined at everything you do. You know, there is, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing it 100%.
Got you. So again, that was good reps.
Right.
That was good.
Right.
Reps.
Be consistent. It's easier for people to read too.
Right.
So.
Right. Absolutely. Leadership.
What that means to me is, I think my answer to that would be what I used to get wrong with leadership was that the higher you get in leadership, it seems like, well, people will think that the more people have to do what you're saying or they're there to follow you. But in reality, the higher you get up the ladder, you're there to work for them. And you're there because they're going to look to you to say, hey, something's wrong. Well, now I'm in a position that I can change that. I think the kind of the cards flip once you get in upper management, and it just becomes, what can I do for you? And that's what I think leadership is. And then follow through with, okay, I'll take care of that. Because when you're in middle management or lower management, yeah, you can listen, but do you have the ability to actually change that for them? And so again, they are still working for you, but I've said it 100 times. I work for the people that I try to lead. I'm trying to lead them in the right direction, in the right way. And if you ask me to do something, I'm in a position to do it for you.
That's one of the things that makes you a great leader. It's just that perspective,
Yeah.
right there. And one last question: what is it that people that's great about you that people would be surprised to know?
Man, I'm pretty open.
Yes,
I even wear it all over my sleeves. I'm the only tattooed banker out there.
Right.
All my emotions are in ink on my arms. That people don't know. You know, I think it might be of the level of maybe uncomfortable that I actually am when I'm out there. I love networking and I love speaking with people, and I like, you know, cutting it up and talking about whatever it is, whether it's work, family, exercise, whatever it is. But even as long as I've been doing it, and I won't mention how many years, but it still is a little nerve wracking when you get out there. Like, I'm not comfortable sitting here doing this, but I enjoy doing it. And so, you know, maybe people think that it comes easy for me because I know in a lot of my business throughout the years, especially in banking, people are like, oh, Dan, it's so good at networking. This, that. It's all hard work,
Right?
all of it. So it's the same thing, like you said. People are like, oh, it's easy for you to say you're in shape. Hey, you think that's easy?
Right.
It's not.
It's not easy.
It's not easy to do any job or anything that you're dedicated to. I think it's all hard, and it's okay to say that it's hard.
Right. Right.
But I think people think I have an easy time doing it, or a calmness about it, but I really don't. I'm all inside right now.
Right. Right. But you put in enough
Get me to my
reps.
gym. Get me to my
Get
gym
me back
so
to
I
my
can,
happy place.
so I can be calm again.
Are you an introvert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Introvert with a loud voice. I laugh loud, but yeah, I really am not an extrovert.
I like that.
I wish I was once in a while, but
you're in good company though, because a lot of people you'd be surprised are introverts that have this boisterous personality. I'm an introvert. Most people don't know that because I'm a stand-up comedian. I would much rather be at home.
That terrifies me. You're saying that.
You're exactly
stand-up
right.
comedian.
Stand-up comedian. One of the hardest jobs to do because you got to perform and you got to deliver every 20 seconds.
Right.
You have a public evaluation every 20 seconds.
Right.
And if you don't deliver, you get a public F on your report card.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm an introvert. Eddie Murphy, introvert. Michael Jackson, introvert. You would never think that.
No.
But it's encouraging for people to see that you can do difficult things and uncomfortable things by stacking those good reps,
Right.
and then you can make difficult things
Right.
look easy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I think that's a wrap. I think that's so